Hello, everyone, and this is Vortex Weather. I'm meteorologist Jordan Baumgartner, and today I'm going to be discussing a moderate threat for severe weather for Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. As you can see, we do have that moderate risk in southeastern Iowa and an enhanced risk surrounding that, with a slight and marginal risk extending all the way down to Texas, and up to the Canadian border, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. So we're gonna break that down and tell you what you need to know to stay weather well and safe tomorrow. We are expecting all modes of severe weather to be possible. That includes large, violent, long track tornadoes, very damaging wind gusts, and large hail. Um, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the probabilistic maps. As you can see, we have a 10% risk hatched for much of Iowa and surrounding areas. So hatched just means violent long track tornadoes, EF2 plus. Um, 5% risk, 2% surrounding that. I do expect this to be later on in the day. Towards sunset hours and maybe a little bit after as we get the low level jet to kick in. Um, so just kind of what you can expect there. Moving on to the wind risk. This is a primary threat. The moderate is a wind-driven threat. Um, so 45% again for that moderate risk area in Iowa. Hatched 30% around that as well. And this is basically in excess of 80 miles per hour. 75 miles per hour to be technical, but 80 mile per hour wind gusts are definitely possible tomorrow. And then 15% and 5% surrounding that. And hail. Again, we do have a number hatched area, and this is in excess of baseball size hail. 30%, 15%, and 5% risk again. And then also do have a hail risk up in the northeast. So just something to keep an eye out now. You don't really see that often. Same with wind up though. Not expecting a tornado threat in the northeast. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the HRRR model and just go over and see what that's forecasting. So right now, you see storms, that just passed through earlier this evening. Those aren't going to do much in the way for the atmosphere tomorrow. So let's go ahead and move on through. As we start to approach tomorrow evening, this is 20Z, so that's going to be around 4 p.m. Um, you can see we start to get this line of storms here. Maybe wind and hail threat up north here early, maybe 2, 3 p.m. And then you start to see these more discrete cells pop up around the Iowa Missouri border. These are going to be where we are looking for the tornado threat, the large hail threat, and the wind threat, of course. But when we're getting tornadoes, it's going to start forming along this time frame. You can even see the cells in Oklahoma now that we definitely have to watch out for as well. So as you can see, it's going to track off, start to form this QLCS, which just means linear system. So you can see we do have that line, and this is when the wind threat will really start to kick into gear and start to become the most severe potentially. And the hail threat will maintain there. Good news is the more linear it is, typically the smaller the hail size is. So you aren't going to get maybe the baseball size hail. You'll get maybe nickel or quarter size hail. So again, something to watch out for is how long they stay discrete and then move to linear. But as you can see, that pushes off by well after midnight, so 6, 7, 8 p.m. And then tomorrow, the following day, Wednesday, we'll have these storms coming. So yeah, that's kind of the severe level threat for tomorrow. I'm going to dive into a little bit of the models and talk about why we are going to see it. So we're going to dive into that right now. Let me pull up a couple maps. In the meantime, if you're liking the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe. So we're looking at the upper atmosphere at the 0Z. Let's see, make sure this is updated. No, that's not updated. Okay, so the 12Z is still the latest one. You can see the jet stream in the upper layers, giving us nice little upper level support lift. And if we move on down to the center of the millibar layer, you can kind of see where the low is going to be. There's this trough right here where my cursor is. Oklahoma Panhandle, that's kind of going to be providing part of the lift for this storm. And at the 925 millibar layer, you can see that low right over Oklahoma. Let's see. Let's go ahead and look at tropical tidbits. The GFS model, and where do I want to go? Let's look at the 500 millibar height level. So again, you see the upper level low is way off to the north of Minnesota. Let's see, what time is this? So, okay. Let's see, yeah, 18Z is the latest. So you can see that low over Oklahoma moved to the northeast and up near Iowa, and this is when we'll start to see those storms forming. And that's where you'll get the lift. See if we can get a sounding here. Hold on. Let me go preset moisture. And let's do radar. So we want to get a little bit before the storms start to fire off. So here. So while this generates, basically what we want to look at is a wind profile here. What can we expect? What's the energy looking like? Is there going to be much of a cap? So looking at the wind profile, we do get a little bit of backing in the mid layers. So that's why the tornado threat's going to ramp up a little bit closer to sunset. Get a little bit of that low level jet, which can correct some of that flow. Plenty of cape to work with. Seem more impressive, but 1200. SRH is low. So nothing too impressive now. Let's move forward a couple. Right. Yeah. And let's go ahead and take another sounding now. As we see, really throughout the day, the environment's only going to get better. You see a lot better sounding profile, a little bit of backing still in that 700 Pascal layers, which is perfect for that low level jet to kick in. Cap is not much to speak of. A little bit, but plenty of cape to work with. 4,000 joules, that's more than enough. Decape 1,300, which is quite substantial, which is one of your win factors you look at. Let's go down to Oklahoma and see where the southern risk is. So again, the atmosphere down here is going to be a little bit more capped, and that's going to try to prevent most of those storms from forming down here. But again, if they do get going, I think there's going to be a decent environment to see storms spiral and potentially become tornadic. Have that hail and also some wind. I expect the wind and hail to be low. As you see, a smaller decay value, but still substantial. Can still get 70-mile-per-hour winds here. SRH is a little bit lower, but again, you see a stronger backing layer here, so that lower level jet's gonna have to do a little bit more work to get a tornado to form. But given the way this spring has gone, I would not be surprised. Again, this is probably not going to be widespread down here. That's more again in the Iowa area. So just something to keep in mind, but it's definitely possible to get the cell or two down here that could become tornadic, especially again approaching the nighttime time frames. Decape's still high, so 964, more moderate, so again lesser winds. Still plenty of cape to work with, so if something can puncture this cap, we'll be looking at something that can again blow up. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at Missouri. Just kind of get a few different places. Again, a pretty decent backing layer here. More cape to deal with, so the health rate's going to be a little bit higher on Missouri. Seal again looks better, so that's where the 5% risk comes in for tornadoes. Again, with the low level jet, we'll start to see a better chance of tornadoes around sunset and just after. D Cape again is higher, so again, higher wind speeds. We'll go ahead and move forward through this through tomorrow. So you can see, boom, boom, boom. Don't really pay attention to where the rain is exactly, but just kind of an idea where the coverage will be the most at. You can see kind of more discreet down south, but up north, coverage is wider, and that's why the threat percentages are higher, as well as it has better lifting to get up there, and a little bit more favorable parameters for all modes of severe weather. So again, that increases significant parameters of those. So I'm in Eastern time, so 8 p.m. is gonna be 7 p.m. in Central time. So again, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Central time is when things are going to start to get going, and then by 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. No, 7 p.m. Sorry, is when things are kind of going to be past. But again, we could start to see some of the more tornadic cells start to form, start to occur. Yeah, so that's about it for this video. Again, like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to start trying to do more of these, and most severe weather days I'll try to have a video up detailing what I see in the severe weather threats. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.